Today we're doing a video about changing your clock spring in a 2015 Freightliner Cascadia. My mechanics I spoke with told me they were kind of busy, couldn't get to me. What made me have to get this is because all of a sudden my city horn and all of the buttons on my steering wheel, my cruise control, J brake, all of them quit working. And so I went investigating, talked to my mechanics, told me it was probably the clock spring. Sure enough, sits right here, took it off, opened it up, and voila, bam, it was separated. It was already broken. So this controls the electricity going to the buttons in your steering wheel, and the clock spring allows for you to be able to rotate your steering wheel back and forth without losing power in the buttons in your steering wheel. So it was pretty simple. And I say this, hey, I wouldn't pay anyone to do this job. It was pretty much that simple. The steering wheel itself comes off pretty simple, held on by a single screw, which sits right here in the middle. Actually had a hard time finding the right socket for it. Turned out to be a 30 millimeter screw. Fit right in. So once you pop this off the steering wheel, and it simply just pops off by grabbing it right on the edge, popping the bottom off, unplugging it. It's pretty fairly easy. You have 1, 2, 3 little holes that this just fits down into. How do you know where it sits? Here's your plug-in, which fits right here on the edge. The plug-in fits right here, but this way. And so it's a pretty simple installation process. You take your clock spring, which I haven't installed yet. I'm gonna let you guys watch me put this on. You simply just go down here and line it up where it's gonna go, line the holes up, and you just pop it on. So it popped on fairly easy. And you see this says right here, do not use if label is broken. Very important. So what we have here, following instructions. Before we do that, I'll just take this little guy here and put this back where it was. Plug this guy here in. Get in there. Simple plug in, bow. So it's almost ready. So following the instructions, it says to, make sure you have your wheel sitting straight before you begin. Take your steering wheel off and you lose a little marker. Right here, I marked this on my screw to see where it was torqued at, to make sure I don't over torque it. So following the instructions, after setting the frame, you have the instructions right here. You simply set your front wheels. You break your seal, which is right here, which I haven't done yet. And it wants you to turn it all the way clockwise to the right, that is. You simply turn your little sticker here. Yeah. Something so simple seemed to be giving me just a little bit of trouble here. Not much. I don't want to tear anything up or puncture nothing. Tear this little. So now they say first thing you do is you take it and you turn it clockwise all the way to the right. until it tightens up. Keep turning it to the right until it tightens up. Yep. It's tight. So once it tightens up right there, it tells you to turn it 4 times to the left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little label, line it back up right there. I'm going to line it back up, and then I'm going to turn it 4 times. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So now that I've turned it 4 times to the right, it's ready for me to put my steering wheel back on and install it. And it's pretty much that simple. I'm gonna put the steering wheel back on, plug these back up to where they plug up to, and tighten my steering wheel up and put the little plastic pieces back on. Only had to take 4 screws off this at the bottom, and that was it. And that's how you add a clock spring to a 2015 Freightliner Cascadia. Hope this helped you guys.